And we're live here at the Lucky 13 Saloon in the front of the stage at Lucky 13 Saloon, and we got a special guest today, Brian Tsao. How you doing, Brian?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's good to be back home.
Awesome,
That's
man.
what it feels like.
Awesome. We got Dave behind the board over there, and we got our typical, our trusty newscaster Frankie over here.
What's up?
It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, likewise.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
We always say we're gonna see each other. We're going to see each other again real soon. Let's make plans. And then before you know it, another half year goes by. Yeah. But
life gets in the way.
Yeah, life gets in the way.
Yeah.
But, that also means we're living life.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Living life to the fullest.
Busy is good.
Indeed.
Busy is good, man.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
For sure.
You got a lot going on, too, man. I know you guys just opened up for Fear Factory, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, Lost Becomes.
Oh.
Yeah. We just opened for Fear Factory. That was just a couple weeks ago. It was very recent. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Chef Brian Tsao. I have a YouTube channel called Chef Brian Tsao. I'm in a band called Lost Becomes. And I also have a restaurant in Williamsburg, Brooklyn called Mission Sandwich Social. And I'm also a dad. So
got a lot going on.
A lot.
That's
going
how
on.
my bartender knows. He's the sandwich guy.
Yeah. Hey, there's worse things I could be known for, so I don't mind it so much.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, not a bad thing. But
No.
Lost Becomes open for Fear Factory just a couple weeks ago. We played at the Meadows, and for me, as far as my musical career goes, my favorite show we've ever played. As far as like how we played and how the audience received us. And also getting to watch Fear Factory do the Demanufacture album in its entirety.
Yeah, that had to have been pretty cool.
It was absolutely amazing. But again, as far as how we played and the audience reception and the turnout for us, we were the first opener, and to be quite frank, I was not expecting to play to as many people as we did. And
nice.
a lot of people were there for Fear Factory in specific, but I think we have a lot of crossover with the audience. So we made a lot of new fans that night. And I know we did, because you went over well when you sell a lot of merch. And, we did pretty decent. So
Nice. Nice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, and that's what was funny. There was a guy in here the other night. He's like, "Oh, I went to go see Fear Factory the other night." He's like, "There's a really good band open up, Lost Becomes." I was like, "Oh shit, that's fucking."
Oh, no way! Get out of here!
Yeah, so it was cool.
Oh hell yeah! We always for this show in particular, we had a lot of people come up to us, everyone in the band, and say how much they loved it, and the vibes were great. The vibes were really great. Yeah.
So are you guys on a label now, or are you it's independent right now?
Yes, we are on Silent Pendulum Records, and if you want to pick up our vinyl, which is now in stock, this is actually Jesse Leach's copy. So this is the.
Well, that's the one I just copped today on iTunes.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Oh, thank you. So this is our second album, now available on Silent Pendulum Records. Check that out. Come on.
That's very cool.
You want one of these, right? So
hell yeah.
Jesse Leach of Killswitch Engage is featured on the album, very good mutual friend of ours.
Yep.
And this is his copy that I was going to mail today.
Nice.
And then one of the managers at my shop Mission said, did you bring a vinyl to promote it on the podcast you're going to? I was like, yeah, I totally did. By the way, that record I told you to mail to Jesse, I'll give it to you tomorrow.
There you go. He's on the road anyway. I know he's in Europe for the next couple of weeks. Anyway.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
So we are on Silent Pendulum Records, proudly so. Again, you can pick up the album on silentpendulum.com, along with some other merch that we have available.
Hell yeah. What else you guys got coming up?
We are actually, this is great timing because we're going to Boston this Friday.
Awesome.
Ooh,
boo.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Yankee fans.
All good. By the way, guys, I'm not into sports, so everyone is welcome. Everyone's welcome to Lost Becomes show. We're actually not going to Boston. We're going to Worcester.
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 The Juggalos are out there.
Yeah.
I mean, juggalos are everywhere, bro.
Yeah, they're everywhere now, for sure.
I just saw Steve-O just got a juggalo tattoo.
Oh, no way.
Yes. It was the whole thing, yes.
And then after Worcester, we are playing in Connecticut. I'm sorry, I should know the town, but I can't recall off the top of my head. But we're doing a couple shows this weekend.
Nice.
And then we're playing AMH in December. That should be a great show as well. So yeah,
I see both Fear Factory. Are you on with these guys or no?
I'm sorry.
Was it opening for Fear Factory again or?
Oh no.
No.
For December, we are opening for. You can find out on my Instagram. I'm sorry, guys. The guys in the band know that I was a lot more proactive in every aspect of the band when we first started. But after my restaurant opened, you're friends with a couple of chefs. You know how they can be, and how much sensory overload they go through in a single day. So I just can't retain information.
And you have a kid too, so there's a lot going on.
Yeah, I have a fresh kid. Well, not so fresh anymore, but she's going to be 2 in literally a
terrible
couple.
Tuesday. Man.
So far I'm pretty lucky. In her case, she was more like the terrible from the moment she was fucking born. Holy crap, this kid was so energetic and just.
What music were you listening to when she was in the womb?
That's the funny thing. I don't really play. So we live in a pretty small place, and I don't typically play music at the house when I'm home. But it's also because I'm not home much. When I go to sleep and then I wake up, prepare the kids for school, and I bounce.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, my wife said that from the day that she was in the womb, this kid was fucking annoying the shit out of her. She just wouldn't stop turning in the womb when she was trying to sleep.
She was moshing, bro. She was moshing.
I can definitely see potential for this one to be a mosher.
Nice.
100%.
Nice.
100%. Yeah, she's on the trajectory for sure. With her energy level,
I'm sure with your influence, she's gonna be a fucking wild child. I mean, dude, you got a lot of energy. You've been going for. I mean, you always got. As soon as something kind of goes down, you got other things going on. So
yes,
you're a busy guy.
I've always been the type to stay busy. I can't settle. My mind. You know how it is.
100%.
And for guys like you and I, owning our own business is probably the best thing for us because it keeps you grounded, right?
Yeah.
You are forced to have to tend to things because it's your own thing.
Yes.
So you have an interest in maintaining it, but also there's always a new challenge every single day. Yeah. There's always something breaking.
Always.
There's always someone not showing up or whatever it is. Yeah. There's always something. So it keeps us very occupied.
Yeah.
So I think becoming a business owner was probably the best thing to happen to me. And you and I have also, one thing I really value about our friendship, we've known each other for so long now, but I feel especially, over the last couple of years, I can kind of like, quote unquote, cry on your shoulder about the woes of owning a business, right?
100%.
There have been times I called you and be like, how do you deal with this, man? Right?
Yeah.
And it's a very special thing that you and I share, and with any other business owner or anyone that's hustling for themselves.
Yep.
You come to appreciate a whole new side of life after you become your own boss.
100%.
Because you get 100% of the reward, but you also take 100% of the risk.
Yeah. And especially, because everybody's, and everybody, outside looking in is always like, oh man, that must be so fun. You know what? It is. Mm-hmm. But it's also,
stressful.
I mean, it's stress. It's 7 days a week. You know what I mean? You're always worrying about it. And listen, I love it. I can't complain about it. Like I love doing it.
Yep.
I could do this forever. You know what I mean?
Agree.
Like, but it's sometimes, I have fucking broken toilet that won't stop breaking. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
it's Niagara Falls.
If I was, as soon as something goes, somebody punched my jukebox the other day, right after I just had it fixed. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Always
something. It's always something. But you pick your battles too, sometimes you what to get really stressed out about and whatnot. I'll run out of something. Like people are like, oh, you ran out of this. I'm like, whatever. They'll drink something else. Where I used to be like, oh my God,
right.
I have to run out and get that right now.
Yes.
So.
It's funny. I feel like I'm starting to get to that point of my career as far as being a business owner goes. And we're actually doing this podcast at a really great time for myself because, dude, I mean, we had dinner with Johnny from John Lamacchi of Candiria, and a dear friend of both of ours, and we do this kind of like, I don't know, twice a year dinner that we get together.
We're due for one.
Yeah, we're due for one. We definitely are due for one. But, you know, I was kind of venting a little bit about what I was going through at the restaurant and being a business owner. And, you know, I've been a chef. I've been working in the culinary industry in F&B for 20 years now. But you can be a great chef. You can be a great cook. Doesn't make you a good business owner. You know, I had so much to learn. And, you know, it took hiring a consultant to get me in line. And then after I was, you know, learned all the lessons and got the business to where it needed to be, and we, you know, after 2 years of being in the red, we finally got to that cut even point. We sort of figured out the formula, so to speak. You know, this year, business year to date has been down 20%. So it's like, you know, just when I thought I had all the shit figured out, like, you know, it was something else, right? And I didn't, and it was making me freak out because I thought I put in the work. I thought I figured it out, but now I got to figure out something else again. And it's only literally maybe 2-3 weeks. I've kind of come to peace and also figured it out again.
Right. Well, you know what you got to figure out is you got to chill.
Yeah.
Because it's ups and downs. You know what I mean? Like every winter, you know, January, February, I'm like, fuck, what am I doing? I'm like, no, it's just January, February. Relax. It'll pick back up, you know, and come March, you know? So, and summertime too is kind of the same shit. And it's just like, you book what you can just do what you can. And it's funny too, because like with me, I'm so like old school. I still write, I got to get better. I write everything down. And it's not like, you know, it's not in front of my computer all the time and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just all, you know, if it's making money, it's good. If it's not, it's fucking stressful. You know what I mean? And you know, some of my friends who own businesses, they're like, well, you know, what percentage? I'm like, bro, if my bank account's going up, I know I'm doing the right thing. If it's going down, I'm doing something wrong. You know what I mean? So
I'm very much, after working with a consultant and him, you know, teaching me a ton of things on how to run my business. Something I did not know about myself was I actually enjoy all the things, you know, as far as the numbers go. Like I enjoy my P&Ls. I actually enjoy like knowing where every single dollar goes. That was something, because growing up, you know, despite my complexion, I was never good at math. Right. But for the first time,
you grew into it.
I grew into it. I genuinely found it fascinating. And, you know, the more I do it, the more money, you know, and the better I'm at it, the more money goes into my pocket, right?
I might have to get this consultant. Because I'm so bad at that stuff.
I forgot the point that I was making, but as far as like percentages and stuff like that goes, that's something in my later years I've actually come to appreciate as far as owning a business goes. And you know, it's that same type of diligence that. At least when I started Lost Becomes, I kind of put that same effort into the band as well. We always treated it as, we're going to have fun with this. Fun is priority number one, but we're also not going to be stupid and reckless. And, you know, because our time's valuable. All of us are on the older side, quote unquote, right? Like a lot of people who start bands.
Hey, speak for yourself, man.
I mean, 100%. You know, that's what's, you know, it's why it's harder to get guys also to, you know, in the older age group to start bands now and stuff, because time is valuable. You know what I mean? And you know, dragging gear into a show when there's 4 people there, it's not fucking worth it. You know what I mean? And that's where I know I kind of got with the band too. Is like, I'm not playing a show with there's 3 people there, or just playing any fucking show. You know, you want to do something that's worth it, because your time is valuable.
Yeah, because your time is valuable, right? You know, we put the band together during COVID. You know, that was like one of the first bubbles I created was with, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, your shit's fucking awesome, bro. For just being around for only a couple of years.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, you know, when people started being okay with having people into their homes and stuff like that, you know, I created a bubble with some of my closest friends, and, you know, I'm fortunate enough to have a basement where I can set up all the gear.
Nice.
And we started writing at home. But as soon as things started opening up, we went to town, and I think because, you know, I mean, I think everyone can remember roughly what they were doing with their lives and where they were after things started opening up, right? Because you saw, forget what we know about it now, right? But we all know that once things started opening up, I think everybody had a newfound appreciation for their freedom and for everything. So because of that, I think we were willing to eat a lot of shit and playing shows to 4 or 5 people. We were just grateful to play a show,
To get out of the house.
to get
and do
out of the
something,
house and do something, so that now, we still eat shit, especially when we hit the road. We try to do a few weekend runs throughout the year consistently. And whenever we play a new town, we're going to eat shit, right?
Yeah.
But it's very nice. We come home, like we've played here, and we have a decent audience showing up, and same thing at the Meadows opening for Fear Factory makes it all worth it. And I remember if you asked the 15-year-old me, if you told the 15-year-old me you're going to open for Fear Factory, despite what the members of the band now, right? It doesn't matter. Like, they still sounded sick as fuck.
Yeah.
And Milo, the singer, sounds unreal. He's amazing.
Yeah.
But if you told 15-year-old me you were going to open up for Fear Factory and you're going to chill with Dino, I would have told you you're full of shit. Here we are now, and
you've had a lot of those moments, though, man. You had on your YouTube channel. I mean, you've shown a lot of guys how to make sandwiches and other things. You know what I mean? I mean, you've had some big names. I mean, Zach Wild. You had Zach Wild on there.
So Zach Wild was when I was doing a show with Metal Injection, like 6 years prior, maybe 7 years prior. But I did do a sandwich show again when COVID, started opening up and we started letting people in to our homes. I did this show out of my home kitchen and had, Tim Howley from Fit for an Autopsy. I had Ben Weinman of Dillinger. I had Jesse, our mutual friend Jesse Leach on there. And that came from, being friends with all these people came from just, I guess, consistently giving to the community, giving to the scene. I'm always catering people, and that's my little way of giving back, and also getting into the show and backstage. What I mean? But
hell, the first time I met Jesse was actually DJing at the restaurant you had on the rooftop.
Really?
Yeah,
that's where you guys first met.
That's where I first met him. Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. I met him there, and then he DJ'd at Vandal. I think it was after that. And then, we and him got really tight and during COVID, actually, because we both had nothing to do. You know what I mean? And we had, he was dating Purple, who, I was friends with already, and we started going upstate and hanging out. But
Jesse's a real one, man.
He's the best.
He's the best. Such a cool dude. And he's one of those dudes you can have conversations with for hours. And it's not, it's not dumb you know what I mean? It's like, you take a turn in the conversation. It's like, I can't believe we just went there. He's great. And he's also been such a massive supporter of mine over the years. I've known him for a long, long time now. And he's always just, whenever he could help me out, he will. Yeah. Shout out to you, buddy.
Yeah. We're getting him on the podcast soon, as soon as he gets back from tour, hopefully. So.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Let me know. I'll bring sandwiches.
Hell yeah.
I'll keep catering.
Hell yeah. But hell yeah, man. Yeah, you've been, you've been, you've been doing it for a long, time fucking flies.
It does.
It really freaking flies.
As far as the YouTube channel goes, I was doing it with my first exposure on YouTube was through Metal Injection.
Okay.
And I worked with Frank Godlaw on this.
How did that happen? Did you come with him with the idea?
Man, let me tell you a story now. So I'm gonna go a little back, but when I went to out of the country for school for a number of years.
China,
China, Beijing, China, and when I got back, so I left China because I just was going too wild with partying, not having like a core family over there to kind of rein me in. I was definitely going a little wild, so I needed to come back. And when I got back, I entirely dedicated my life to my chefing career, which I didn't know was what I wanted to do. I got a job washing dishes and fell in love and stuck with it.
You didn't go to schooling for culinary?
I did 4 years later.
Okay.
So I became a dishwasher, and then I worked in the kitchen and, bounced to a couple places before I went to culinary school. But it was like a good 6 years where I was a complete hermit, stayed home, just work home. And it wasn't until I became the chef at Mira Sushi around the time where you and I became friends, where I started venturing out, started going to shows, and eventually I made my way into a Metalocalypse party where Brendan Small was going to make an appearance.
Okay.
And then Frank Godla was there, and someone introduced us, and he said, "Oh, I'm Frank Godla, I'm, from Metal Injection," and I freaked out, and I punished the fuck out of him, And you have to keep in mind, I'm young, and I'm just starting to kind of hang out in the scene again. So I punished the shit out of him. I got his number, and we just started hanging out, and it was his idea for the show. So he approached me. And funny enough, that show idea was supposed to be for Chris Santos, our mutual friend.
Oh, really?
But Santos this was the height of Food Network and Chopped. He just couldn't make the time. So there I was.
Nice. Stepping right in.
Just swooping right in,
Awesome. It's all about timing.
It's
man.
all
I
about
would say the
timing.
right place and right time.
Right place and right time. So
Karma.
Frank Godla did the show with me. We did 2 seasons, and that that's why I'm here today. In fact, the investor for my sandwich shop, my restaurant today, I met through the metal scene.
Okay.
My partner prefers to stay silent.
Yep.
I'm not going to say who, but if it wasn't for the metal scene and all the networking I did, I would have never met my investor.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Whole world. That's good.
Yeah.
Karma. I
Indeed.
believe in karma.
Yeah. And that is one of the main reasons why my wife doesn't give me shit when I go, I'm gonna go with my band to play open for Fear Factory. Peace.
Hell yeah.
Here's the baby. We have 2 kids. We have a 10-year-old and soon to be 2-year-old. But yeah, my wife gets it. She knows that a big part of why I'm where I'm at today is because of all the networking and this scene,
music.
and music and
Yep.
the beautiful people in it.
Yeah. It's a pretty awesome scene, man. Like, I didn't know that I'd be doing this. If you told me when I was a 16-year-old kid who didn't know what the fuck I was going to do with myself.
What did you think you were going to do?
I have no idea. Honestly, I just I knew I was a hard worker, man. And I always
Still is.
I always just had I had no idea. I was horrible at school. I didn't want to know what I wanted to do with my life. I mean, the week I graduated high school, I moved out to Pennsylvania and joined a band. And then I was hoping that I was going to do something with music. You know what I mean? That was kind of my hope. But I was always, hustling, always had, 2 jobs and whatever. But yeah, I never knew what the fuck I wanted to do ever. And I just kind of fell into this. You know what I mean? It was like I worked at Webster Hall, and at one point I ended up quitting my job out in Long Island. I moved to New York City to hang out in New York City, and I was like doing construction on Long Island. I was fucking miserable.
Oh, wow.
I was miserable.
That's a lot of traveling.
Yeah. So I was like, man, so I went to bartending school, and I walked into Webster Hall and tried to get a bartending job. And they're like, well, you don't really have bartending experience, but so you have construction experience. You want to be the handyman? I was like, fuck yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So that kind of got me into the club life.
All I remember when I worked at Webster Hall was hearing Jeff's keys jingle.
Around the building. They still do. That's something.
Oh my
kept
goodness.
coming.
Yeah.
So people, I've had so many of my cooks over the years say, like, Chef Brian, your keys are like your fucking cowbell.
Yeah.
I can hear you coming. We know when to start tightening shit up because we hear your keys.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of comes with the territory. The more responsibilities, the more keys you get.
Yeah.
That's true.
That is very true.
And I mean, it was cool. I mean, I started out as a handyman, and then, they saw I wasn't an idiot, and they just kept giving me more and more responsibilities. You know what I mean? They were like, all right, now you're in charge of the cleaners. Now you're ordering all the liquor and the beer for a 40,000 square foot club. You know what I mean? And
You remember the Indian guy that worked downstairs that ran the basement?
yes, yeah. No, there was, and I was a daytime guy, and I liked being the daytime guy. They were trying to train me at one point to like work at night, and I was like, I don't like this.
That's where all the freaks were, though, man.
It was, but I liked the feel of like, I mean, it was a lot too. We would rip down a bar, and then I'd have to on a Monday morning, and I'd have to have it up and ready by Thursday night. You know what I mean? So sometimes I would work through the night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Trying to get the place up and running.
So you built this place from scratch.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
That I
It was
know
a giant tunnel.
yeah.
That's when I first came in here.
I know the story of this place very, very well.
Yeah.
But it sounds like, I mean, number one, you're obviously still in the music industry.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
All the shows we have here.
Yeah.
all the shows you have here, but it sounds like this industry
Huge.
found you.
Oh yeah, no, it did.
Right?
It did.
Yeah.
It was kind of awesome. And I mean, this is what my bedroom looked like when I was a kid. Some of the fucking, some of the posters, some of the posters on the wall came out of my bedroom. There's a Kiss poster, and there's a Maiden poster, there's an Exodus poster. Like a lot of stuff came out of my bedroom still when I was a kid. So
You just never know when the right opportunity is going to find you.
Yeah.
And I was talking with one of my cooks today, actually, because I was so stressed out particularly stressed out this year because, again, last year we finally hit that cut even point, and I thought this year we were going to be on track to come out with a profit. And we were as of a month ago, we were 19% down, year over year.
Right.
And it was I knew this because the bank account was never going up, right? Now, obviously, we were doing the right thing because, so a restaurant, best case scenario, you're looking at a 10% profit, right?
Yeah.
Like, or very good scenarios, 10% profit. Usually it's more like 4 to 5%. So if you're down 20%, you not only do you not have your profit margin, but you're losing money. Yeah. And I saw this as it was happening, and I was able to mitigate the losses by cutting down expenses. So, we're obviously still open.
Yeah.
And dude, I was so stressed out, so fucking pissed at the world, and tired from working my ass off constantly. Don't forget, I have a new kid. And the band released this record this year, so we were particularly more active than usual. I would get a little annoyed when the guys would say, okay, we're going to do another run this weekend. And I'm like, I have to pay for all this fucking overtime every time I go on the road with this stupid fucking man that doesn't make money.
So you get anxiety from
I'm getting anxiety from it. I'm on the road and I'm like, the payroll. And, but I got to tell you, things have really started turning a corner as of this past month. And you know what? I would not have seen it if I didn't keep going. Yeah. If I didn't just show up every single day and, like you were saying, staying calm, right? Yeah. Before I would have this anxiety attack. Oh my God, we ran out of this beer. How could we do this? Well, you know what? They can drink another beer.
Yeah,
it'll be
exactly.
Okay. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
I get it, man. Listen, when before we opened up this place, when we had the old Lucky 13, it was not making money anymore. It was just the rent was too expensive, the place was too small, and I didn't want to charge. And now $8 for a PBR. You know what I mean? We were charging $3 back then. Well, back then it was $3 for a PBR, $2 we were.
There was two. I remember there were two.
Yeah, and it's like and when we were going for this place, I remember it took us like 6 to 8 months to negotiate the lease on this place. And so I was not making money over there. I was doing like plumbing on the side and all this kind of shit. And I'm just like,
I did not know you were doing other work on the side.
Oh yeah,
Holy
dude. Like
shit.
I was doing, so when I had, when we opened up Lucky 13, when we had Lucky 13 over here, the smaller one, I was doing that. And then we opened up a small restaurant for a while. I opened up a vegan restaurant.
I remember that. Yeah.
So we had that for about 6 years. And before that, though, I remember being behind the bar when we opened up and I was 30 years old. You know what I mean? And I was like, I was in my glory. So I was drinking 7 nights a week. I was behind the bar all the time.
Yeah.
But I was just getting unhealthier and
Yeah.
unhealthier. You know what I mean? It was fun as shit. And I was I had plenty. I was bartending, 3 to 4 nights a week. So I had cash in my pocket.
Right.
But I was like, I'm dying. So I remember my friend of mine, one of my regulars had come in and he's like, hey man, I was like, dude, I got to do something else to make some cash. And he's like, oh, you want to learn plumbing? I was like, fuck yeah, bro. So he lived right in the neighborhood.
Yep.
So I was doing that a little bit here and there too. And then we opened up the restaurant. And then when we closed the restaurant, I went back to doing plumbing also. And then we were negotiating on the lease on this place. And I was like, for a good 6 to 8 months, I had such anxiety because that place was not making any money anymore. You know what I mean? So it was like, and the plumbing stuff was cash, and I didn't really want to be a plumber.
Right.
You know
Right. You were doing
in
what you needed to survive.
literally.
Yeah. And learning a skill.
Exactly.
Which doesn't hurt.
Which came in totally handy
Super
with my
handy with that
broken
fucking toilet that keeps
I'll get it. I'm not the best plumber, but I'll fucking get it. So yeah, I mean, it's, and I just think of those days of, anxiety, just going home and sitting, I'm like, please make this work out. You know what I mean?
Sleepless nights.
Yeah,
tossing and turning.
Yep.
Yep.
But it's kind of leveled out. And, as I said, we've been trying to do another one for a long time. So that's You know,
Yes,
looking for
I
more
know. I know a
anxiety.
little bit of those struggles you've been going through. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that afterwards.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
always constantly something.
Yeah, a few things went down on my end as well. Well,
Yeah.
that'll be for dinner. That'll
Yeah,
be for
yeah, yeah,
dinner.
yeah,
But
definitely.
there's a through line I'm hearing, and I know your story pretty well, but there's
Yeah.
a through line I'm hearing with everybody who, when I say success, I'm not saying you're rich and driving a fancy car. And when I say successful, is you're paying your bills, you're paying yourself, and you're doing okay.
Yeah,
That's
heads
what I
above
call
the
it.
water.
Right, heads
Yeah.
above the water.
Especially in this day and age with everything going up.
There's one common denominator I've been noticing is that each one of these people have multiple skill sets, and they're basically their own repair guy, their own, they're wearing many hats, and that's kind of how you make it happen. It's
Yeah.
because, rather than paying the plumber to come in and fix it for you, you figure it out for yourself. And
Ice machine. How much
Yeah.
would it cost to have somebody fix your ice machine?
Yeah.
I can fix my ice machine now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yep.
fucking have a guy come in. It's going to cost me
Yep.
$500.
and,
Like
and it adds up.
hell yeah,
It adds up.
Hell
It
yeah.
adds up. So, I mean, and it comes, and I keep bringing this back to the band because I'm very proud of it, but also we've been so self-sufficient. And I think that's one of the reasons why, we're where we're at today and was able to get that opening slot for Fear Factory rather, is because, in-house we have our, one of the members owns his own professional recording studio. Shout out to Westfall Recording Company on Long Island. Anthony Lapardo, he's the one that produces and engineers, and, his partner Ray mixes our records. Our drummer does all the videography work, and then Gomez and the singer Anthony Capozzi, they manage all the social media, and I've kind of become like the business dude, right? And
Right.
whenever they need a solution or ideas, or sometimes they have to knock down my ideas.
That's what it's about.
Yeah,
man.
that's what it's about. But we all are very active and keep everything really in house, and that has prevented us from needing to pay for a videographer and paying hand over fist for studio time. And
I mean, that's what's kind of cool about, doing the music thing too, is, you have, that's kind of what my band ended up falling apart during COVID, because everybody's kind of got their role. You know what I mean? Like my guitar player, he was the social media guy, and, whatever it was. Yeah. I mean, you have to have that. One guy can't just take it all on.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
They can't.
Everyone has to play a part. And, I keep referencing it back to Lost Becomes and the band, but, it's with anybody who's trying to do their own hustle now. You really have to wear many hats to make it work. And if you get to the point where you can pay someone to do that work for you, wonderful. But unless you're willing to put in the time and effort and make the sacrifices, whether it's, rather than going out at whatever, a certain day of the week where you stay home and you engineer your own record, or, fix your own toilet, whatever it is, you're always going to be reliant on someone else. Right.
Yeah, no. And it's just like, I make my girlfriend a little nuts, because Friday, Saturday nights, I'm usually got to be here, because I'm not paying a manager to be here. You know what I mean? So, it's my job to be over here. And she's like, oh, go out on a Friday. You won't come to my parties I'm like, listen, you know what I mean? There's a lot of really good things that come out of this, but there's also, the sacrifices,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right.
And Saturday nights are the sacrifice,
Yep.
you know what I mean? So,
Yep. That's why I opened a sandwich shop, because our busy time's over by 1:30 p.m.
that's why I want to go to a state that we close by 2 a.m. would be kind of nice also.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I can't do the 4 a.m.s anymore. Even here, 2 a.m., I'm like, all right, I'm done. As long as the bands are done, everything's clearing out,
Right.
I'm like, all right, that's what I get a security guy for. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So,
Right.
but yeah, you have to, man. As many hats,
Yep. And the sacrifice.
Yeah.
If you want to run your own shit, guess what? You're the first one there and the last one out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's lead by example too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm not going to ask somebody else to do something that, I'm
Right.
I'm going to do it myself. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yep.
So, yeah, that's why it's what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
It's definitely a big, huge part of it is leading by example, because, there has to be a point where your staff sees that you are willing to, you're not going to ask them to do something you won't do yourself,
Yeah.
but also there's a certain point where they'll already know what to do because they've seen you do it.
Yeah.
They become proactive because they know, oh, I'm not going to ask that question because I kind of already know what the answer is going to be.
Yeah.
Because I've seen boss.
You
man
have some
do
that still ask those stupid questions, though. I'm like, problem solving, please, problem solving.
That'll never end, though. That'll never.
No,
end.
it never ends.
And I tell my managers all the time. I said part of our job is to repeat ourselves.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
Yeah.
You're gonna think to yourself, didn't I tell this to you already before? No.
Yeah.
Just think of it as you said it, and it was a fart in the wind. It smelled really bad for a second. Everybody made a face, and then it's gone.
You know, what's great though too is when you do get those people on your. I have a great staff right now. Everybody's awesome, and you know, when you have those staffers who see your vision and want to help you with that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's always great. I mean, just 2 weeks ago, I was out of town. And I'm very like meticulous with everything on the walls here. I know where everything is. I know, you know, if something's missed, somebody stole a fucking bat off the wall.
Yeah, what the hell?
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And I saw it
that's
immediately.
nice.
You know what I mean? Like, even though there's so much shit on the walls. But I remember there was one t-shirt, like we have a display of t-shirts.
Yeah.
And one of my barbacks decided to sell one of the t-shirts that was on the display area. And I was out of town.
Yeah.
And I'm just like thinking in my head, there's a fucking blank piece of cardboard
It's
there.
gonna
with
bother
nothing.
you.
It was
Yeah.
making me nuts.
Yeah.
And my one bartender had said, she's like, you didn't respond back to that text message. I know it was driving you fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was totally me.
Everything's got to be in its place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there are rules and procedures for a reason. If it was a free for all, the place would burn down.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And my buddy Pat LaFrida, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but I mean, he's you know, probably one of America's greatest butchers, and he's someone I look up to and ask advice for all the time. He has the world's largest dry age room.
Wow.
I mean, at any one time, he has anywhere from like $5 to $10 million worth of steak in that room going at one time.
I saw that there's a guy that you have been on YouTube with a couple times.
Yeah,
that's
him. Yeah, Pat LaFrida. So,
Yes.
If you had a Shake Shack burger in New York,
Yes.
you've had Pat's.
That's his.
Yeah, that's his. Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't do nationally anymore
Right.
because I mean Shake Shack's gotten so fucking big.
Yeah.
But you know, anywhere in the East Coast,
That's my favorite
Yeah.
burger. And fucking,
that's all Pat
great burger.
LaFrida beef.
Okay.
So one thing he's always said is, you know, someone's got to be the asshole.
Yeah.
When you're the boss, sometimes you got to be the asshole. You know, we're not there to be your friend.
Yeah.
But it's all in an effort to make a better business.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's about growing the business, man. It's about, you know, I'm sorry, like whatever, because I just had an issue a couple weeks ago with, you know, it's about the customers and making them, you know, people coming back for more and having a good experience.
Yep. In fact, one of my cooks that I was working with today, I told him, "Oh, I'm going to, I gotta go. I'm running late. You know, I gotta do this podcast." He said, "Where you going?" I said, "Oh, Lucky 13. They have a podcast." "No way. I was just telling this, you know, these gal friends of mine that, you know, like metal about this place and how fucking awesome it is."
Awesome.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You know,
Awesome.
so yeah, you've definitely done a great job in establishing yourself. And this is a dude. This particular guy is not super into metal, so to speak, but he knows Lucky 13 is a spot, and it's one of the good spots. And
Greatest metal bar in the world, bro. Duff.
Listen,
Holy,
you know what's good? Well, we actually just got, you know, whenever you typed in metal bar in New York City, Duff's always came up first, but we just found out now that Lucky 13 actually now comes up first.
yeah.
We're number one.
And you know, high tide raises all ships. Shout out to Duff's, great place too.
Yeah,
you know, but
Listen, if I was allowed in Duff's, I'd totally go to Duff's.
yeah.
It is a cool spot. Jimmy's
Is Duff
created,
Man there?
he's created a cool thing over there.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Is Duff Man there?
yes.
From The Simpsons?
Yes,
Duff
Frankie.
Man,
Yeah.
He's Duff Man.
He is the Duff man.
Oh, yeah. Duff Man.
But for me, Lucky 13 has always been home. I mean, you and I go way back,
Yep.
and you know, whenever I want to go to a metal bar, Lucky 13 is the place I've always gone.
Whenever
The
you
go-go dancers help.
Yeah.
If I may say so.
do help.
They
They do
help.
help.
They help.
You know what's cool too on the weekends, man? Like you come in here and it's not filled with just metal people. You know what I
Right.
mean? We got all walks of life coming in here
Yep,
now, which
yep,
is great. Yeah.
Well, this place is an experience.
Yeah.
Not now. It's always been an experience,
Yeah.
but I think you've established yourself. This place has a reputation, good reputation.
Yeah.
But you have people come here for an experience
Yeah.
now. You walk in, and if someone, this place is such eye candy for someone who's not in the metal scene.
Oh,
And guess
how many
what?
People coming here with their cameras and
Yeah.
on their camera phones, they're taking pictures.
And guess what? If you are a metalhead, there's even more eye candy for you.
Yep. Definitely. Yeah, man.
By the way, who chooses the movies that play here? Is that you?
A lot of them, yes. A lot of them, I kind of go down the rabbit hole, and
Yeah.
I'm buying movies all the time. I love it. Like
Yeah.
it's sometimes I like find the worst of the worst, and
Right.
like, you know what I mean. And
Endgame.
or even like good ones. You know what I mean? Like this.
Endgame.
Some of them are not movies that I would sit down in my living room and watch.
Right.
Some I will and be like, oh, okay, this is a good bar movie. But
Yeah.
it's not really awesome to like sit down. Popeye the Slayer Man that we just got. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, that was horrible, dude.
Horrible.
Oh, that was a horrible movie.
I didn't see it. It came out already?
yes, yeah,
Very horrible, dude.
Yeah.
But we're going to get
So,
Endgame,
I
right?
mean, but some of these movies are really, really obscure. So are you getting VHS on some at some point?
DVDs. They're all DVDs.
Oh, they're all DVDs.
They're all DVDs.
Okay.
Yes,
And
yes.
what, do you have like a multi-DVD
Dude,
thing?
I have boxes. No, I have one DVD player behind the bar, which we
Okay.
burn out every 6 months.
They don't make things like they used to.
No,
It's-
I always
more and you're getting less.
I always have a backup in the office because every once in a while the thing will shit out on me.
Right,
'Cause
right.
it's, but yeah, I usually pick out the movies. I have so many DVDs, and I love it. I love it. I still have boxes of them, and every once in a while we'll rotate them. You know what I mean? So,
Wait, so is it playing? Does it only hold one DVD,
Yeah,
or is it
only holds one.
So is it on repeat, and then you just change it out every
yeah,
now and then?
usually the bar backs. That's the bar back's job to pay attention.
Really?
Yeah, the bar
So
back's
there's
job.
someone dedicated to
Dedicated to the
manage
movies.
it.
Yes.
These are the
Yes.
as a business owner, these
Yes.
are the things that I pay attention to. I'm
Yeah.
watching this movie, it's like this is a fucked up movie, but I'm also like, but whose job is it to switch it out? Do they have a DVD player that has 5 DVDs in it, and it or is it on repeat,
rotate.
or-
Yeah, that's one of the bar back's job is to pay attention to the TV screens because it makes me fucking nuts when I walk in here and
Yeah.
there's like just a blank screen or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, so
yeah.
that's their job, and I'm like, you know what I mean?
Well, I want to say, I've been here many times. There's never been a time where I saw a blank screen.
yeah, good.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they know it makes me fucking crazy when that happens. So, and I throw away a lot of the porn that ends up in here. I don't want. I really
Right.
That happens.
They
Yeah,
put porn on that TV?
once in a while. The guy Josh who used to work at the bar back, he
Oh,
would find the
okay.
weirdest fucking porn and pop it on. I'm like, listen, we're trying to keep girls in here,
Right.
And if you do it, it's 2:00 in the morning. You feel like, all right,
Right.
but I don't,
Not
no.
2 in the afternoon.
Respect. Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree with you. You
Yeah.
don't want to scare any customer base
No.
at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, there's a kids' dance studio down the block, so 2 in the afternoon, you don't
Yeah.
have a 6-year-old kid looking at,
Yeah, everybody.
the course.
Everybody knows before 10:00 you put like nothing crazy on,
Right,
and then after 10 it's like whatever
Right.
gory
I
shit you
respect
want.
that.
Yeah.
I just want everyone out there watching to know that I brought my kids here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was before I had 2 kids. So yeah.
Yeah, and we have kids peeking in here all the time and going, "What the heck?"
They call this the spooky place. Most of the kids.
Yeah. So I make sure there's nothing crazy on before 10:00. So
Awesome,
after 10:00, don't bring your kids.
I appreciate I appreciate that. I've started taking my daughter with me to shows that I play. I want her to have that exposure, and if she ends up liking metal music or not, I really don't care. I just want her to know that your dad doesn't just work all the time, and this is what he does for fun. And fortunately, she loves going to shows. But man, I'll tell you, there was one show we played. I took her to, and I just go to the bar and have a drink.
Yeah.
And I brought her to the bar with me, and I got her a lemonade. I didn't get her an alcoholic beverage, but I had her sit with me at the bar without thinking about
Dude,
it.
that's so 80s. My dad used to do that to me.
And I was sipping on my beer, but she was sipping on her lemonade. There was no one there, But the manager came up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, like, I really can't have the kid at the bar. I need you to. I was like, oh shit! It didn't even come across to my mind that what I was doing was highly illegal. So I brought her back to the green room, and she just played on her iPad all the time.
And she's the 10-year-old.
She's a 10-year-old.
How is she getting into music at all?
A little bit. The other day she actually asked me to teach her some guitar. I built her a guitar.
Okay.
I bought some parts and put it together for her, and she always knew that's her guitar.
Yeah.
But I was I have a little my office where all my gear's in, and I was actually recording some riffs for the next Lost Becomes record. And she came in and she picked up her guitar and said, "Can you show me something?" And I showed her Iron Man by Black Sabbath.
Nice.
Great introductory classic song.
Yeah.
And she plays violin now.
cool.
So it
Nice.
wasn't super foreign for her. She
Right.
wasn't scared by it.
Okay.
Now she played like shit, don't get me wrong.
All right.
But not bad for the first time ever
Right,
playing
right.
a guitar. And
That's cool.
we'll see if she asks me again. I'm not going to force it on her.
Nice.
But yeah, she so far she's enjoyed it a lot.
That's got to be pretty fun, molding a little mind into
100%. But you know what? But also it happens the other way around. So I'm sure everyone has heard about this Netflix movie called K-pop Demon Hunter. I don't know if you,
I
yeah,
heard.
it's everywhere. It's
Yeah.
fucking everywhere right now. And I got to tell you, my daughter, I drive her to school in the morning, and she would say, "Can we put on K-pop Demon Hunter?" Whatever music she listens to, and no matter how annoying it is, I never say no to her. I never want her to associate me and music with any type of negativity. As long as she's listening to music, I'm totally fine with it.
Yep.
And most of the shit she wants me to put on, I can't stand it. I got to tell you. She asked me to put on K-pop Demon Hunter. Drove her to school. She got out of the car. I didn't turn it off. I was like,
yeah?
these songs are pretty fucking good.
All
They are catchy as fuck. They are fucking catchy.
Is it metal? Is it rock? Is it?
Oh no, it's straight up
Straight up
K-pop.
pop? Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
Straight up K-pop. But
Okay.
you can hear them. Anyone who's a true music lover can
Yep.
appreciate, whether it's their preferred genre or not,
Yeah.
can appreciate a well-written song. And you'll know a well-written song when you hear it, whether it's from the performance or the melodies, or when something is a bullshit regurgitated melody. And that's what most pop music is. But when someone can take a melody and kind of twist it and make it something a little bit unique and different, that's pretty special,
Yeah, hell yeah.
considering how much pop music exists, right? I gotta say, a lot of those K-pop Demon Hunter songs had some of that, and it kept me interested for
All
sure. Now, am I blasting it every single day? No, but like I said, I dropped off my daughter at school and I didn't turn it off. I was actually listening, like, oh, that's an amazing performance.
All right.
Or that's an amazing melody.
Yeah,
Nice.
boss.
Yeah.
Let's have a Sabrina Carpenter night.
I don't even know who Sabrina Carpenter is, Frankie.
She wants to be a porn star.
Yeah.
What?
She's a blonde porn star pop singer. You've never heard of Sabrina Carpenter?
No, I have not.
You've heard of Olivia
Sorry,
Rodrigo?
Frankie. Yes, Frankie.
Olivia Rodrigo's the second coming.
What about Bad Bunny night? No,
Bad Bunny night.
He's
Bad
married
Bunny?
to what's
Yeah.
her name? Megan Fox, right?
Bad Bunny's not married,
that.
dude.
No, he's not married.
He's
Definitely
the
not
gay,
married.
He's the gay cowboy, right? Running around naked in the city.
No, he's gonna be in the
Bad
Super Bowl
Bunny? No,
halftime.
yeah.
He'll see him.
No, that's
Yeah.
gonna be Sabrina Carpenter.
Didn't they say they were good? I thought Metallica was good. No.
Metallica-
No, they got Bad Bunny.
Metallica wanted it, but Bad Bunny's just bigger around the world.
Yep.
Who knew? Never even heard of Bad Bunny.
Never heard
You
of Bad
will
Bunny?
if you watch the
Never
Super
heard of
Bowl.
Bad Bunny.
I only know Bad Bunny because
Say it. Say it.
No, because of WWE.
That's what I was gonna
Oh,
say.
really?
Yeah.
I actually don't keep up with WWE. But
He's a
I
wrestler?
love-
Yeah.
He's a wrestling guy.
Oh, okay. So I don't follow current WWE, but I watch a shit ton of YouTube channels about like why Ric Flair's the greatest or why Scott Steiner is this or whatever, right?
Right.
All these like throwback videos. I'm an Attitude Era kid. And I watch all these videos, and the singer of my band, Anthony Capozzi, is a huge wrestling head.
All right.
And I think it was WrestleMania or something like that. And he said, watch, I happened to be home on this night. WrestleMania was on. He said, here's my account. Watch WrestleMania with me. I said, you know what? I'll have a few beers. I'll watch WrestleMania. Come on. Yeah, I got the older kid to sit with me. She could only watch like 10 minutes. She hates wrestling.
Yeah.
He's like, why do you keep watching all this wrestling stuff? And then I was like, who's this scrawny little skinny dude? And he's pretty fucking good. It was him
he's
versus
great, dude. He's great.
him and Miz and Damian Priest.
Yeah.
I was blown away by
Bro,
how
this guy can wrestle.
this guy
Yeah.
can really
Bad
go.
Bunny?
And-
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah,
good.
He
yeah.
started off as a wrestler.
No, he's a Puerto Rican,
Puerto Rican pop
Yeah,
star.
Yeah, Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I
pop
know.
star.
I know. Yeah, but
But
No,
now
he's a wrestler, bro. He's good.
No,
Yeah.
he's
Real
super into wrestling, but he's actually good. And now that I'm older and I understand the art and the athleticism that goes into it, I appreciate it a lot more. So I was watching this dude, completely blown away by how well he's keeping up in this match. And I
right,
was,
but the WrestleMania always have to have a celebrity or two,
Yeah,
pretend
yeah,
to wrestle.
but
Some
he
are
was-
good, some are crap.
he
He's
was.
good.
Was that the main event?
I don't know if it was the main
I don't-
event.
but-
I know he fought Priest in Puerto Rico as well.
Yeah.
In a hardcore match. And bro, this guy does not mind getting bloody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Listen, I can appreciate wrestling. I like some wrestling documentaries. That Dark Side of the Ring.
Yes.
that was
Oh yeah.
I
Great.
love
Me
Dark
too.
Side of the Ring.
me too. That like the Iron Sheik documentary was great. The Ric Flair, like all that stuff. I do like watching all that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. I don't have the attention span for it now. There's a lot of downtime. I feel like in wrestling. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm just not into it anymore. But I do appreciate.
I'm in the same boat with you, but
Yeah.
every now and then I will catch a match or I'll see something and I can't turn away. Like the Bad Bunny match.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. I mean that's the lifestyle those guys live too, man. It's a hard life. Those
Well,
guys.
it used to be crazier.
Not
Yeah.
anymore though.
No,
Not anymore.
not
Man.
as
They
it
don't
was.
they don't go on the road 365 no more, bro.
Mm.
They learned about, they'll probably work like half a year and just do like go to Make-A-Wishes and shit like that
All
for
right.
the rest.
Mm.
All right.
They're not really killing themselves anymore.
And
All
that's the smarter way to do it for
Yeah, yeah.
longevity,
Yeah.
and all.
Yeah, that's why these guys were dying in their 40s.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was
Mhm.
crazy.
Yeah, it's completely breaking down their bodies.
Popping those somas, man.
Yeah, man.
What was
The-
I watching with Triple H? He's coming back.
Dude, he runs the joint.
No,
bro.
he runs it now. He's
Yeah.
the guy. He's
No.
Head of creative, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
No,
like
well,
Vince
yeah,
is-
because he's married to Stephanie McMahon.
yeah.
That bitch.
You know what just came out too, which was good. Have you that Into the Void, the Dark Side of Metal?
I watched the Dimebag one.
the Dimebag one.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
was
Wait,
good.
I did not know this exists.
There's a new series that just came out on Hulu. It's some of the bands they pick are weird. There's like 8 shows right now. There's a one about Randy Rhoads, which was great. Death, the Plasmatics.
Oh, I
Um,
cannot wait. I'm gonna.
it's
check
really
this
good.
out, Yeah.
It's really good. Some of them I'm like, I don't know why they picked that band, but
Right.
the story was interesting. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay, I got to check this out.
Yeah,
I
check it
love
out.
those shows.
Yeah, no, me too.
Yeah, Dark Side of Comedy is another good
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Watch that all the
Yeah.
time.
It's dark.
Oh, man, my daughter because I'll put on TV while I'm laying in bed. I have an iPhone mount for my TV, and I just pass out.
Nice.
And my daughter will lay down with me, and once I have wrestling on it, it's like a daughter repellent. She's like, I hate this. Why do you watch this? Even Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah.
She's like, this one's scary wrestling. Why do you watch?
Yeah.
This is daddy time.
Yeah.
Daddy time right now. You want to hang out? You're gonna watch some wrestling with me. So I don't want to hang out. I'll see you
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, it's interesting to me. I mean, they're athletes for sure, man. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as far as the lifestyle, them and musicians, man, being on the road like they are, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
Like musicians. I mean, the musician life too. You know, I'm glad I didn't go that. I don't think I could do the road as much as.
Yeah.
I see friends do it and stuff like that. I'm like, it's a lot.
I got to be honest. That's like the thing I like the least.
Yeah.
With my band, Lost
Yeah.
Becomes for
Yeah.
sure.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when we get there, it's great. And
The shows are awesome, but there's a lot of just kind of waiting around, and you're in a van with the guys, and like that can be fun. You know what I mean? But it's just like, yeah, I feel you.
for me, like after 4 days, I want to fucking punch somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
And especially if we do a 4-day run and it ends on a Sunday, and we always know the Sunday show sucks ass.
Yeah.
Why do we do it? You know, but we did. And,
Yeah.
So right now for me, whenever someone says, do we want to book a Sunday? I say, absolutely fucking not. I don't care how far we have to drive, but it finishes on Saturday and we are going home.
Smart. Smart. Yes. Sunday shows can be really, I feel like if the shows are early, they can be really good on Sundays. But if you have a regular time show on a Sunday, no,
No, never.
you're exhausted.
Yeah.
All right, I can't believe we're at a fucking hour almost already.
Yeah.
We gotta do a little bit of news.
Oh yes, let's
Right?
do the news. Yes.
Hold on, Frankie. I got you here.
Lucky 13 Podcast.
Dear viewers, it's heavy metal news time. Sick of it all's Lou Collar. The cancer has come back, and he's brought some friends with him. Oh, I thought he beat it.
No, it sucks.
Damn.
Yeah, he just announced that today. Crazy.
I think I read an
We
old
did, we did
heavy metal
we
news.
did an
that he-
article that he did. Yeah, he was in remission, but
Right.
now it came back stronger than ever.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Sucks.
says sick
Fuck
of it all.
cancer.
Vocalist, co-founder Lou Collar is unfortunately back with some bad news about his ongoing cancer battle. For those unaware, Collar has been declared cancer-free following chemotherapy for I can't pronounce this. Esophageal tumor about 4 months ago, but has since experienced a pretty terrible resurgence. He's hoping Collar can beat the cancer twice and come back stronger than ever.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. How old is he? Like, you think he's my age in his
Yeah, he's
fifth-
probably late 50s, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too young.
Mm.
Sucks.
And I should stop smoking. Scary, man, this century.
Yeah, no, Lou didn't smoke or drink or nothing either, so
Really.
sucks,
Friggin'
man.
irony.
Yeah, I know.
Irony.
That's.
Yeah, they were one of those hardcore bands that like kind
Oh,
of.
I've heard of it. I've seen them play at Stevie's a
I've
lot.
seen
Yeah.
it a million times.
Yeah.
They,
And see,
especially
you told me the Sunday
back
matinee.
in the day.
My friend Joe Affey. Shout out to Joe Affey. I love him. He's the lead guitarist in Maximum Penalty. We have a poster right up there.
Yes, Frankie.
But he would get me into friggin' all the Sunday matinees at CB's for free. He's like, hold the mic. You're a roadie.
Nice.
You're with the band.
Yeah.
But I saw Sick of It All play there quite a few times. Quite a few good bands. I miss CB's.
Yeah, they were kind
We're
of.
better, but CB's was, like the museum of heavy metal. You, go to the
You didn't,
museum
go
of
to,
access
you didn't go to that
museum of
CB's
metal.
festival this weekend, did you?
No.
Oh, there was one?
But
Yeah,
there
there
was
was
a
a
CB's
CB's
festival.
We
festival.
didn't get an article.
I don't go out quite as often as I
Not
used
your
to.
father. Yeah, you got two kids.
I have to kind of pick and choose my battles, so to speak. You
Yeah.
know, I'm kind of a piece of shit to my wife, but like I'm not that much of a piece
Yeah,
of shit.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so like I'm going away to this Northwest run 2 nights, and I did this Fear Factory show. I'm like, you know what? Unless
your
it's
battles.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I got to be
yeah,
a little smart about it.
I get it. I'm just too. I just don't have the desire to go to big shows really anymore. You know what I mean? I'm just
There's
like,
that too. Yeah.
Well, you
God,
just
I'm
saw
tired. I did go see Judas
Judas
Priest
Priest,
and
yeah.
Alice Cooper last week, which was awesome.
it was pretty
It
cool.
was
The
very
picture, Alice Cooper, the
It was very
video
cool.
you showed me from your phone. Pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Alice Cooper couldn't believe it.
He
Yeah.
could still.
Oh, he's
kick
still
butt.
going.
Still going.
Still going.
dude.
He's got to
And
be in his 80s.
Good for
honest-
him.
Like Judas
Good
Priest.
for him.
I looked it up. Rob Halford is 74.
I didn't think he was that Judas Priest at all.
Yeah, he's 74. He did great. Came out on his Harley and everything was awesome. And then, but Alice Cooper, man, brought it. It was like, holy
Really?
shit. Yeah, I
Yeah?
did not think I was gonna enjoy it. I like Judas Priest music better.
Yeah.
But like the stage show was incredible. It was great.
They always said he puts on a really good stage show.
And that Nina Strauss was, she's nice to look at. Too,
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And she plays some good guitar.
Oh, she's
Yeah,
great.
Yeah,
She's great.
yeah, she's fantastic.
Yeah.
But good for them, man.
Yeah.
At that age, still going. That's what I hope to be. I
Yeah.
really, 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 really.
I just
hope
want
so.
that energy, man. Like
Yeah.
if I can have that energy at that age, I'm totally down.
I have no delusions of being that big of a band, but if I can still be playing shows at that age,
Yeah.
I think I'm doing okay.
With that enthusiasm too, man. Like he was running around on the stage and like, got his head cut off and it was fucking great.
Yeah, you showed me that.
Yeah,
Put him in the guillotine, kill him. Was that the girl guitarist who chopped his head off?
No, it was his wife actually chopped his head off. His
Got a
wife is part of the
good-looking
show.
wife.
She
Oh,
comes out
that's
and chops his
amazing.
head off. Yeah,
He's
it was
got a
pretty cool.
good-looking wife.
Pretty cool.
What
right,
else?
Frankie,
What else
next
is on
story.
the news? Yeah.
Let's get it moving.
Sleep Token fans catching heat for supposedly dropping numerous crowd sufferers and telling others to drop that bitch at Louder Than Life.
What? Apparently, Sleep Token fans, they were like, people were trying to crowd surf and people weren't having it. They were like, get the fuck down and whatever. Being
Oh, you can't crowd surf at a sleep
That is-
token show?
apparently not. Apparently not. I didn't realize how big Sleep Token was. They just played the Barclays
Massive.
Center. I
Really?
had no idea.
I never heard of them.
Yeah.
I
I'm
remember.
not disrespecting. I know nothing more than I'm an old man.
I remember a fan of mine shortly after COVID told me about them. He went to some festival. He said, "You got to check out this band. They're
Yeah.
amazing." This was when they were playing the second stage of some festival. I mean, in
Yeah.
a matter of years, they're headlining
Barclays Center.
Barclays Center.
Crazy.
And you know what? gimmicks work,
Yeah.
theatrics work.
Yeah.
I miss the days when people were not afraid to dress up and
Yeah.
bring a spectacle. That's why Lost Becomes wears tracksuits.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's we wanted to bring something a little fun and, you know, a little bit of a gimmick. We're fully aware of it. And guess what? After the shows, people know exactly who to come up to. You know, if you're wearing regular clothes, they may not come up to you, but because we're wearing the tracksuits with our fucking last names on the back of it, you know, there's something a little disarming about that, right? It kind of shows like, yes, we are in the band. You know, this is who we are, and you know, I've noticed tenfold how many more people come up to me after shows now.
You know, listen, I feel it's part of your responsibility to like dress your part too.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like, we were talking about it the other day. You know, you see like death metal bands come in here and dudes got like shitty shirts on and like a flower. Like, come on, bro. Like, put a little fucking effort into it.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Flower shirt.
Yeah. I mean, the black metal bands, most of the time they bring it. You know what I mean? They usually,
They wear shorts.
yeah.
You're
no
playing.
shorts for
You're,
black
you're
metal.
no shorts for black metal.
No.
You are playing a show.
Yep.
Bring the show. That's how I feel about it.
Same.
You know, I love bands with a gimmick.
Me too.
I mean, I'm not super into Sleep Tokens music.
I'm not really
but
either.
I really do respect what they've done.
Same.
Yeah.
They got some good stuff. Like I've heard some. I'm like, that's pretty cool. But as a whole, it's not really my thing.
Yeah, not my thing, but I respect it.
Same. All right, Frankie, one more story.
Some girl got,
You don't have to go on about it.
some girl got a concussion.
Yeah,
They
they just
dropped-
dropped
they
people.
dropped- they dropped
They're
the ball.
like, don't
It's
do
on their
that.
head.
I used to see that at kind of stoner metal shows years ago. Like people would try to kind of crowd surf,
Yeah.
and people like, cut the shit, man.
Yeah, that's how you know the audience is filled with a bunch of fucking nerds.
Yeah, exactly. Pretentious. too
Come on,
pretentious.
have fun. Now, crowd killing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't like that at all.
I hate that.
I hate it too.
Okay, when they start doing the ninja kicks and shit like that,
Oh,
that fucking gets me
Yeah.
really, really mad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, dude, when they do it back here, dude, the
Yeah.
room clears out,
Yeah.
and everybody's standing in the hallway
Yeah.
back there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, dude, come on, man.
that I'm not down with.
Yeah, same.
But a little bit of not a little bit, crowd surfing, some general moshing.
Yeah.
Hey, all game.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
no kicks.
keep it civil.
Yeah.
Keep
Don't
it
drop,
civil.
don't drop anybody.
Yeah, don't drop anyone on their
Don't
head.
drop any, don't
Yeah.
crowd kill. All right, one more, Frankie.
Wolfgang Van Halen says generated AI is stupid. It can't replace our brains or creativity.
I do agree with Wolfgang Van Halen.
Yes.
There's a lot. There's been a
AI
couple.
scares me. It's
Well,
everywhere now.
There's been a couple AI bands things that have come out. which I like.
Didn't know what's his name? Oh god damn, the fucking guy. He's named after a fucking boot Timberland. He signed an AI artist.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit. Listen, there's no stopping it.
Yeah, no, there's no stopping it.
Are there any real cars? Sorry, the door. Are there any real cars left when they have car commercials?
I mean, it's going to be, you know, unfortunately, music wise, it's going to affect, and movie wise, it's going to affect also. But
But also, you know, at the end of the day, so I'm all for AI. I love AI. I use AI all the time. I'm in fact working with a company with some AI specifically for restaurants.
okay,
And I'm super excited about it. I think it's going to be a time saver. I know it will be for me. I'm getting to use a version of it in literally a couple weeks, and I can't wait. I think if you know how to use it properly, very, very good friend of mine who's a massively successful tech guy, let's just say, he was telling me about the benefits of AI like 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
And he was saying, bro, it can make a 10x, it can make something called a 10x coder is someone who can basically do 10x the output of a regular coder.
Yeah.
You know, these are the type of people he hires. It takes a 10x coder into a 100x coder if you know how to use it properly. And I use it for my YouTube channel. I use it for I use it for helping me generate some menu ideas and stuff like that. And it's not that I can't do it myself, but it's to save
dude,
time.
it totally saves time. I just worked on a project with some friends of mine. I'm working on a project. I'll tell you after this, but we just used some AI stuff with it, and it was such a time saver. It was amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, is there egregious uses of it? 100%. Anything can be fucking abused. Sugar can be abused.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So like, and again, it's one of those things, the same thing that happened when people started CDs, right? oh, the vinyl is never going to go away. Well, look what fucking happened.
Yeah,
and look what happened to CDs. You're not going to stop it.
Yep.
And
Same thing with cell phones.
Yeah.
Same thing with AI. They
Everything.
just improve on it. They
Yep.
just improve
Yeah.
on it.
So there's no stopping it. Is there an egregious use of it? Of course. I think it comes down to the individual, but I'm personally all for AI. Sorry,
Yeah.
rant
Not for
over.
music, though, man. To me, not for music.
Yeah. Well, I agree. I agree. But what if you used it to enhance certain aspects within music?
Let me rephrase
right?
that. Not like to sign an artist
Right.
who's AI.
Well, I agree with that.
Right.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like
But fuck.
didn't they try to do that with Whitney Houston? It's like, no.
Well, they were putting out like they were doing like Tupac does a jazz song
Yeah.
or this and
Yeah,
they
no,
mix it up.
no,
It's
no.
like, all right, it's,
Right.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Listen to,
Some
to
of
the
it's
old
cool.
music. Listen to look at old footages of the in the concert when they were still alive, really singing. I agree. AI, not music wise, like you said. For some technology, yes, but you know
The way I look at it is like look at a Rolex watch, right, versus the Apple Watch today. You're not going to stop the technology. It's going to move forward.
Mm-hmm.
But there will always be an audience for someone who's going to appreciate the real thing from A to Z.
Yeah.
And then there's also gonna be someone who could not give a fuck about a Rolex watch. I'm just using that as an example. There are many more examples.
I mean, it's the same thing with vinyl. You know, some
Yeah.
people don't give a shit. I love vinyl.
I
you
love
know what I
vinyl.
mean?
I grew up on vinyl. We all
Yeah.
grew up with vinyl.
Yeah.
But think about it. We're becoming fucking Star Trek. AI, we have holograms. We have space stations and shuttles. We have lasers, tasers.
You know what?
We have
there's
microwave
this-
food. It's just scary.
I know we're running out of time. There's only one fucking thing I want from the movies that show a depiction of the future that I want.
What?
Okay, it's two things actually, and they're both in Back to the Future. One is the Pizza Hut pizza that fucking is this. big
Oh,
and it's-
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want that.
Yeah.
Figure that out, world. And the other thing I want is a real hoverboard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Oh no! Three things. All also from Back to the Future, and the self-tying,
Shoes.
affordable
Yeah.
self-tying sneakers.
Yeah.
Those
That's
three
not
things.
too far away.
World, you have your job.
Yeah.
Go figure it out.
Like I said,
Okay.
Star Trek,
hoverboard-
all we need is warp drive and a transporter.
Dude,
and some
I was totally fooled. That somebody sent me a video of Tony Hawk riding a hoverboard. And I was no fucking way.
gnarly dude.
Bullshit.
AI run amok.
Brian,
Yeah.
awesome having you here. Time fucking
Likewise.
flew, man.
Time flew.
Hell yeah, man.
All right. We'll
Thank
do
you
this
for everything.
again.
Give a little plug for all of your
Oh,
adventures.
yes. All right. First thing I'll plug is my band, Lost Becomes. You can find us on all streaming platforms. LOSS Becomes. Vinyl available at silentpendulum.com. Thank you. Thank you very
Oh,
much.
looks so cool.
Thank you. Yeah, take a look. Take a look. You can find out more about me on all the social medias and YouTube at Chef Brian Tsao. Brian spelt with an I, Tsao spelled T as in Tom, S-A-O. And my restaurant, Mission Sandwich Social, like
Cool
Mission
cover.
Impossible. Thank you. We're in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Come by. Come visit us. And you know what? If you are going to visit us and you're in Brooklyn, then you need to come to Lucky 13 because
Yes.
it's not that far away. And it's also in Brooklyn.
Hell yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Brian, always good having you, man. Always good seeing
Yes,
you. my
it's
friend.
Always,
seeing you
always
again.
good to see you. Always
yeah.
good to
I'm
see you.
glad things are well. Congratulations
Thank
to the
you.
children.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And we'll do this again soon.
Fuck yeah, we will.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right.
Who's next week's guest?
Next week we're missing
Brian
out.
Tsao. No, just kidding.
Keep going. Next week we're not going to be here. He's got some things he's got to do. The following week we're going to have my friend Dave Allison, Death Metal Dave from Tampa, Florida. We're going to have him on the podcast. So
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
that's October 15th.
Instead of late night, we're afternoon night
There we go.
with our guests.
Later.
Later.
All right, make sure you
Later.
guys go out and subscribe. Everything Lucky 13 Saloon. Come down to 633 Sackett Street.
644.
644.
He said
Why was it 633? 644 Sackett
We moved.
Street. Come have a beer. Hang out with Frankie. Buy him some weed. He loves it.
Yeah.
No cigarettes for Frankie.
No.
All right, man. Take you guys out and
Peace out.
back in about 2 weeks, right?
Yep. 2 weeks.
2 weeks. All right. Peace.
Peace.